Well, Simon, welcome to the program, and you've been off farm, which is very good advice for all farmers. You've got to get off farm every so often, don't you? And you've been down the root burn. Tell us how that was.
Yeah, morning, Mark. Beautiful day here in the Upper Waitaki. Yes, we were lucky enough to get a spot. I think we booked about 12 months ago to walk the root burn, which I haven't done any of those great walks in New Zealand before. And we took my wife's family and our family. There were 10 of us all together, and we had a thoroughly enjoyable trip.
Was it hard work?
No, we did it over 3 days. The harder it gets, the more you load up your 13 and 14-year-old boys with more weight to even the things out of it. We were lucky. We struck nice weather, and they're very well appointed. The huts are very good, and the walks are very good. There's steps and handrails, and certainly not hard walking. You walk for 3 to 4 hours a day, I guess. And
it's good, as you say, you got those 14-year-old Sherpas helping you along, eh?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It was interesting. One of the interesting things about it was that struck me, because I've lived in that environment most of my life. Probably the lack of bird life in there, in the native bush, and it's sad really, because there should be a lot more than there is, and I think it's very timely that New Zealand probably have a very close look at gene editing for some of these pest controls for rats and ferrets and things like that.
That's absolutely true, isn't it? Because there's nothing quite like it. I was talking about an island off Fiordland where they have had a stoat there, one solitary stoat, and the island's full of rare species. And they, after 10 months, they managed to catch this thing. So, and they said that the dawn chorus there is just stunning. It's unbelievable, because it feels like the New Zealand of old.
I find it sad that I remember what that was like, and then the dock rangers tell you that, and they're working really hard, mind you, but it's out of their control. That look out for a robin or a rifleman, but there should be thousands and thousands of those little birds floating around in that country. And to be fair, would New Zealand ever miss if we didn't have a rat or a stoat or a potter or a ferret left?
No, exactly not. Now, you've got some interesting guests. I hope you don't mind sharing this, but of course you're very big into the merino, and you export your wool. It's very successful for socks and clothing and other garments. What are your guests? They're in to have a look at, see where their wool comes from.
That's correct. First Light are out here at the moment, and we're having a function here at Glenbrook today for them, with some of the growers that supply them, and it's nice. It's a beautiful day up here, and it's nice for people to be able to put a name to a face and actually meet the people that are turning their wool into the end garment.
Tell us a wee bit about First Light.
It's an American company started by 2 friends of ours, Kenton Carruthers and Scott Robinson, and they were really passionate hunters, and they realised that there was a hole in the market in that quality hunting gear. They were both very passionate about wool, and so they set about designing and selling. They built their business around that, and last year, I think 18 months ago, or just before COVID actually, they sold it to a consortium fronted by Steve Ranella, who runs Meat Eater. So it's a pretty big company now, and doing very well, I think.
And what do they make with your lovely wool?
There's all sorts of things. They make base layers, they make hats and gloves, and it's based around that hunting fraternity, outdoor fraternity. So there's a multitude of things. They make coats and all sorts of different apparel. This is one of their woolen jerseys. An outer layer one, but it's beautiful gear. It's good wearing and has all the good benefits that wool gives you.
Good on you. And there's so many of those. Now you've mentioned the weather beautiful today. Has it been a good autumn?
It's been a very good autumn, Mark. I think everywhere that I've talked to, Coming back through Southland the other day, it's looking a picture down there, and certainly the Upper Waitaki and the Mackenzie's looking. It's as good an autumn as we've seen for a long time. So long may it continue.
And it harks well for the winter to come. I mean, you don't know what's to come, but you're well set up, good feed and everything.
At this stage, if you can get through another couple of weeks into the middle of May, and feed supplies are looking good, and all we need now is a bit of a lift in the price of beef and lamb, and we won't be too bad.
Good on you, Simon. Well, thanks for chatting with us. Good luck with your visitors. I'm sure they'll have an amazing time. They won't believe what they're seeing, I'm sure, with the wonderful area you live in. But thanks for chatting.
No, got a skull, Mark, and they want to get out and they want to go and shoot a deer and have a look around. So we'll do that over the next couple of days and show them a bit of the South Island and where their product's been worn.